Russia has released former US Marine Robert Gilman after more than 4 years in custody.
Trump says Gilman's release came following discussions with Russian President Vladimir Putin. He described the release as a humanitarian decision and said it was not part of a prisoner exchange. A photo released alongside Trump's statement shows Gilman aboard an aircraft holding an American flag. The former Marine appeared visibly frail, with his head resting on a pillow. A former Marine from Massachusetts, Robert Gilman had been in Russian custody since 2022. He was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison for assaulting a police officer. His sentence was later extended to 10 years for violence against prison staff.
On the 30th of June, Robert Gilman was transferred from a prison hospital to a civilian hospital in Voronezh after reports described his condition as dire and life-threatening. His family and advocates raised serious concerns about his deteriorating health and urged that he be allowed to receive medical treatment in the United States. Global Reach, an organization that advocates for the release of Americans detained abroad, said Gilman had been subjected to harsh and abusive treatment while in Russian custody. The group also said that the US government's intervention ultimately led to Russia's unilateral humanitarian release of Gilman.
He is now being returned to the US, where he is expected to receive medical aid and psychological treatment at a US military hospital in Texas. In a Truth Social post, President Donald Trump even highlighted that Robert Gilman was detained in Russia in 2022 during the Biden administration. Trump said that after more than 4 years in Russian custody, the former US Marine is now coming back home. He said Gilman will be welcomed at Andrews Air Force Base in Washington, D.C. upon his return to the United States.
And Secretary of State Marco Rubio also thanked Russia for working with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to secure Gilman's release and allow him to receive necessary medical treatment in the United States. Rubio called the release a positive step, while emphasizing that the Trump administration continues to seek the immediate return of other Americans that it considers wrongfully detained, including Stephen Hubbard.
Hubbard, a retired English teacher, he was sentenced in a closed trial in October 2024 to nearly 7 years in prison for mercenary work on behalf of Ukraine, a charge that he has denied.